Okay. Hey, hello there. This is the Toys of a Time Gone By, and I have a special guest here today. Welcome, Joe from the Half Hour Power. How you doing, Joe?
Doing really good, Mark. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Well, I saw the news. I don't know if you heard it about the Masters of the Universe movie 2026. And yes, of course, they have which I don't know how I feel about this. Um, Jared Leto as Skeletor. Okay. Uh, I don't know how any you all feel about this, but I don't know. It just sounds
Um,
strange to me.
well, I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about it either, but I have learned this over the years, ever since watching Michael Keaton cast as Batman.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I was 12, 13 when I first saw that. Didn't mean much to me at the time, being a kid. But, over the years, that type of casting where, I do remember reading about the backlash about that casting. But sometimes casting like that works, and sometimes it doesn't.
It's
We're
true.
looking at you, Jesse Eisenberg. We're looking at you, and we are looking at Jared Leto for the Joker because, in my view, he just was not a good Joker. So, I mean, he's been good in movies, other movies, but he's not.
True.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. It just seems to me it's going to have to be a wait. For me, it is. It's just going to have to be a wait and see for for him as Skeletor.
Well, Ben Affleck, we were kind of like buzzing about the fact that
Well, yeah, there was
Batman.
that buzz about Ben Affleck as Batman. There was kind of like why. I took a just wait and see approach with that because he was. I remember I did not like him as Daredevil. I didn't think that movie was good at all. But that had been quite a number of years, 10 years. Well, no, over 10 years, and he had matured as an actor, as a director over those years.
Hmm.
There was the whole backlash against Heath Ledger as a Joker,
Hmm.
but we all know how that turned out. So I mean, I just take a wait and see approach to most all of them. I mean, I guess I kind of even did that with Jesse Eisenberg, but I mean, I've only really seen one movie that I liked him in that I thought he was good in. Um,
I mean, he's not a bad actor, Ben Affleck, but
yeah.
when they casted him as Batman, we were all like, "What? Huh? Wait a minute."
Well, a lot of people were, but not all. I wasn't. I was just like, yeah, just wait and see.
Well, you're right. Just wait and see,
That's all you
and
can do.
see what happens. So let's take a look. I'm going to share the screen because I want to take a look at this article here that I see here. Um, so here we go. So I'm going to read a little bit of this synopsis here.
Oh, here we
Almost
go.
2 decades after crashing down to Earth, Prince Adam is whisked back across the space to defend his home planet of Eternia against the evil forces of Skeletor. But to defeat such a powerful villain, Prince Adam will first need to uncover the mysteries of his past and become He Man, the most powerful man in the universe.
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
I don't like that. I mean, first of all, they're doing. I mean, I know this is really early,
Yeah.
and even with this movie, I'm taking a wait and see. But that little synopsis for me doesn't. Why is
Yeah.
Prince Adam going to Earth?
Um that's, I don't know why they're going that way again.
Now,
I
let me ask you this, Mark.
understand that, huh?
In the original comics that came with the original line of the action figures, was He Man
Yeah.
on Earth
He
ever?
was not on Earth. No, he
I
never
didn't
was
think
on Earth.
so. So why do they keep doing that? Do they really think that we need a doorway? I mean, is that what that is? They feel like, well, we need to be able to relate in some way.
Wait, you know what? The truth of the matter is that we don't need him to be on Earth. It's 1987 film. He went to Earth. And I understand because the budget and all that, they
Yeah,
couldn't really do like what they really wanted to do with the budget canon because they didn't have the
yeah.
budget for it, and then the technology wasn't really there at the time to do all that.
Well, they no, well,
It really wasn't
they
as
they, they could
far as
have done they could have done a He-Man movie
no, I mean I
without going to Earth.
no, I
But
mean they
like you said,
yeah,
I think their budget constraints. It was cheaper for them to go to Earth and use contemporary sets.
yeah.
But I mean, if you look at, and we talked about this, you and I talked about that movie on my show and even on your show. If you look at Conan the Barbarian,
Well,
you look
yeah,
at
they did a great job
you
with
look at
Conan the
the
Barbarian
Beastmaster.
and the Beastmaster. They did a
What
great job with that.
they could have done it. They
I
could have
just
done He Man and stayed there.
I don't get why they couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I don't get why they couldn't do it. I
Yeah.
just don't get it. Why why is it always like when they make a Masters of the Universe movie, why is it that they always go back to Earth? I
I
really
don't
don't
get I
understand
don't
that.
get it either. I mean, maybe we'll have
Like why
to
do they do
see
that?
what just see what happens. It's still really really early. So I mean, I've got so what website you got this pulled up on? What is this website?
All right. It's this one is TMDB. It's
Okay,
called TMDB.
well I've got Masters of the Universe 2026 up on IMDb, the
Yeah.
movie page for that. So
Okay.
they've got the cast there. So there's a synopsis here for it on IMDb. Now the synopsis
Yeah.
on IMDb reads: A young man on Earth discovers a fabulous. So there we go with Earth. A fabulous secret legacy as the prince of an alien planet, and he must recover the magic sword and return home to protect his kingdom. So, not much different from that, is it?
No.
Um, Jeez, I don't know.
I mean, I don't really know why they decide they have to do that, which it kind of bothers a lot of people. Why are you sending him to Earth? There's no reason to send him to Earth. He's on Eternia. I just don't I just don't
Yeah.
understand that, like
So the director,
yeah.
Travis Knight. So can we
Yeah.
get any kind of? Do you think we can get any kind of clue as to how the He-Man movie might be by looking at his past work?
Well, yeah, we could look at his past work maybe because you got him directing Travis Knight, a screenplay by Chris Butler, writer Adam Nee, David another writer David Callahan.
Okay, so let me give you a little bit of hope.
Okay.
This is, in my opinion, the best Transformers movie? Bumblebee.
Yes.
He directed Bumblebee.
Well, okay. Well, that's promising.
Um,
That's
in
pretty
my
promising.
view, that should have been the first Transformers movie.
That definitely, yeah, you're right. Bumblebee should have been the first Transformers movie. You
So
know?
I don't know. Maybe that's a. I'm not a fan of the live action Transformers movies
Yeah.
at all. They're
I
and
mean, what?
since I hate myself and I like pain, I've seen them all. And Bumblebee, I waited a long time to watch it, and then I just kept hearing everybody saying it's good, how good it is, and how a couple other
Hmm.
people told me they thought it should have been the first one too. You probably told me that also. I think you saw it before I did.
Yeah, I saw it.
And you told me it was good. So finally, I got a chance to check it out, and I checked it out. I was like, "Damn, that actually is pretty good." So I don't know. Maybe he's got something. This guy, Travis Knight, that
Yeah.
can bring something to He-Man. He brought something to Transformers and made me like a movie from a movie series I don't care about. So then you have Kobo and the Two Strings. Now I've not
Yeah.
seen that. Is that good?
What is it?
Kobo and the Two Strings.
I have never seen that.
So I have heard that that is good, and I saw the trailer for that, and I wanted to see it, and I haven't gotten around to it. It's just one of those things I haven't seen. We all have those, don't we, Mark? Just
Yes,
so
we do.
yes, we all do.
Well, and I want now. Let me go down to the cast here, and I want to see
Yes,
what you
yes.
think about this cast. And I know that there's some people on here that you may not know. Um, so far, we have they did a couple of different casting of He-Man, Prince Adam, and now we're on our latest Prince Adam actor, Nicholas, and I hope I don't butcher this name, Galitzine. Have you ever heard of him or seen him in anything? Because I don't know him.
I have not.
I think
Let
the
me look
biggest
up.
I think the biggest name in this
Let
whole
me look this
cast is
up.
probably
Um, so he was in Cinderella,
okay.
2021 Cinderella. The Idea of You, Purple Hearts.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lots of TV. So I mean, he's up and coming.
Okay.
Up and coming.
Then we have Camila Mendez as Tila,
Okay.
and I
I
don't know
don't know
who
who
that
that
is.
is. Okay, she's in Riverdale.
Riverdale. Okay.
She did a voice on The Simpsons
Okay.
for one episode. So she's up and comer. So here's a young cast so far. You got Idris Elba's Man at Arms. I like Idris Elba.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good casting right there. I
Yeah.
think that's good.
Um, Allison Brie as Evil Lynn, right?
Yep.
So she was in the Lego movie. She was in Community. Um, yeah,
He's
I haven't seen
definitely
any of those.
Sam C. Wilson as Trapjaw.
Sam C. Wilson. Yeah, I don't know who that is
I
either.
mean, I
I'm
tell you,
terrible.
that's just
Let me
a
see.
cast,
Let me look him up. See if I've seen
a
him in
cast
anything.
that you know.
Oh wow, yeah. So he was in the House of the Dragon. I've watched both
Mhm.
seasons of that so far. He was in the Dodger TV series, played Bill Sykes. Locked Up Abroad. He was in that.
I, huh.
I don't
Locked Up
know.
Abroad. I've
I
seen
mean, there
that.
you go. So I bet you have. Uh, um. Oh, so who the heck is Goat Man? What is
This
that? Is
guy,
that
I don't
supposed to be Beast Man? What is that?
know. It's I. You know what? It's funny when it said Goat Man, and maybe he's Goat Man is in some sort of lore of Masters of the Universe. I don't recognize Goatman, and I'm thinking I'm gonna some of these Masters Universe fans out there are yelling at me right now and want to slap me in the face.
Yeah, they
But
might.
I'm sorry, I don't know who Goatman. What does he go bah? Whatever it is. What does he
I
just
don't
go
know.
bah?
I don't know. That sounds weird. So I mean, what's wrong with just Beast Man? So
I don't see Beastman yet. I mean, maybe cast a guy for Beastman, but
I mean, that guy. I'm not even gonna try and say his name, but of course he was in the Game of Thrones. He was the Mountain, the last incarnation of the Mountain. He's in the Game of Thrones. He was in
yeah.
the Northman. So Northman is good. I guess he was good in Game of Thrones. All he had to do was be big. He didn't really nothing against him. I mean, he's definitely fit the bill. He's big. The Mountain's supposed to be big.
But he
Um,
could have been Beastman. Why does he have to be Goatman?
maybe he actually is Beast Man, and they're just calling him Ghost Man. I mean, Goat Man. So,
Uh,
yeah, I don't know. I guess we got Triclops over here. We
Hojo
this
Ata.
fellow. What has he been in that I've seen? So the beekeeper. Oh, okay. The beekeeper locked up abroad. Okay. The Royals, Vera. Okay. These are all up and comers, Mark. A lot of these are up and comers. So
Yeah,
you got Idris Elba and Jared Leto. The
the main guys, pretty
been
much the
around for a
main.
while. Yeah. So I mean, like Idris Elba is. I don't know. That dude could do anything. He could have been He Man for all I care.
I mean, he's one of the bigger names as well as Jared Leto in this
Yeah,
project.
yeah, I'd say so. So I mean,
So
Idris
what
Elba. I mean, oh my gosh, the series that he was in, Luther. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it,
Luther is really good.
but there
He's
is
really
something
good.
what I wanted to show you,
Yes.
um, which is something that was supposed to be a crowd fund. It was supposed to be crowdfunded, but for some reason, and I'll show you this, it never, it didn't make it. And I'm gonna put it up here so you could see it and everybody else could see it. And it's too bad because I mean, honestly, here it is. It's a crowd fund. It was a crowd fund for a
Oh, wow.
sequel from a 2014 sequel called Fall of Grayskull. And he's this guy right here, Daniel Benedict. He was making this movie, and it was going to be a full length movie. Fall of Grayskull. The right here, Rise of the Horde. And the thing is, he was supposed to get at least $250,000 to do it, but it never got funded. And it's kind of too bad because um, it looked pretty decent. I mean, it did look pretty decent. The makeup and the effects he did, he tried. He did the. There's some backgrounds here. He had some. You see, was this is a poster he worked on right here, full of gray skull. That was this He-Man here was in the Fall of Grayskull, the one that was in 2014. see all these set pictures and things like that. And this is
Hmm.
what this guy was going to be. He-Man, Brian Cage. This is I think this was Tila, supposed to be Tila, or this was this is supposed to be Queen Marlena. He was supposed to be Man at Arms, Matt O'Toole.
Yeah.
He was in a few movies, Hellboy 2.
Oh, okay.
This is supposed to be Shira, Jennifer Legg. Nate Underwood was supposed to be Fisto. And he had like this supposed to be the sorceress, and I forget who this is. What this kid was supposed to be. He was supposed to be Roboto. That was his costume here. Nick Dubison.
Yeah.
But the problem is, they couldn't get funded,
Yeah.
and it's too bad because this guy really had a passion for it, and he would have. I think he would have done a good movie, and he tried hard, and he had the makeup, and he put on he did all the practical effects and things like that. It wasn't too much of like digital effects. It was a lot of practical effects. Kyle Craven. This is what he was going to do. He was going to give away, like, they even had tapes and
Wow.
Blu-rays and VHS of the copies of it. You can get shirts. You can get mini comics. This Orko plush. These pins here. Different things. A lunchbox. He even had where you can be on the set. You could be one of the actors if you pledged a certain amount. You can have your name in the credits as executive producer if you pledged. But the kind of sad thing to me is it could have gone and made the 250,000, and I just don't know why it didn't do this. I'm like,
Did you donate?
I did not
Well,
donate.
that's probably why.
But if you want to, I don't know if we it's kind of, so let's take a look at this real fast here. Let's see if we can take a look at this. Let's see here and see what you think. You see it up there? So we're going to take a look at this. If it allows me. This is, I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'll skip through it. And maybe you'd want to look how good. That's not bad, right?
No.
Have you ever wondered, why are we doing all of this?
Horde will not stop until Eternia is completely destroyed.
Where are the rebels?
Only the king and queen, the sorceress and I know the secret.
I have a sister.
So he's supposed to be Prince
We
Adam.
must destroy the Horde.
If I can't stop Hordak,
I mean,
who can?
not bad, right?
Death.
has come to Eternia, and I am here.
Now you see what like that is not that bad, right?
Yeah, it looks really good for a
I
fan
mean,
film like that. I mean,
and
it's how come the live, how come the studios can't do stuff like that? I mean, if it had more money behind it, if it had more, it would look even better. It's a good starting point, but the studios, you know as well as I do, they're going to change some design and some other stuff, and they're going to say, "Oh, I just don't know." We just have to wait and see and hope for the best, I guess.
I look at that and I go, yeah, like you're the same thing that you're saying. Why do the studios don't look at something like this to this guy that he made this film and go, maybe we can work with this, maybe we can work with this guy. Maybe give him a budget and see what he comes up with and try to make a decent Masters of the Universe movie, you know?
Yeah.
Like why don't they learn like why do they got to make a movie that he doesn't have to be in to go to Earth. He doesn't have to do that.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't
I mean,
know.
we
It's
had that in 1987, and you know what? It was a classic. There's a lot of
wait,
people.
wait. It is a classic.
It is a classic, but there's a lot of people out there that are were very unhappy with the original Masters of the Universe movie. Not me.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. But there's still a lot of people out there go, oh well, that was we got that stinker of a movie. But I don't know. I don't agree with that being a stinker. I
Well, I
believe
mean,
that.
I don't agree with that either, but they do have a point.
Well,
They
it,
do. They do.
Mattel was like, okay, Mattel just wants to uh, make action figures. So they're
Oh
like,
no, no, yeah. Hold on a minute. You bring up Mattel. That's a good point. I forgot. I almost forgot about that. So ever since they made that 87 movie, things have changed a lot. And one of
yep,
the biggest things that have changed is Barbie.
yes.
The Barbie movie came out and hit big in a big way. That might make the difference,
Well,
if that makes any sense.
well, yeah. Well, you got a company like Mattel who I think did all the right things as far as you're creating your own brand back in the early 80s and you have full control of that brand. And I think they did the right thing with the Master of the Universe because they pretty much have full control of the brand. They control uh, the toys, they control the media, they control whatever comes out of there. That's their brand. Some like Star Wars was Lucas's brand at the time, and he was looking for a company to produce his toys, and he came upon Mattel, and Mattel said no. So then they went to Kenner, and Mattel kicked themselves in the butt when they said no.
Yes. Oh,
So
yeah.
then they went to Kenner, and Kenner said, "Okay, we'll make your toys." But Mattel, to counter that, Mattel created the Masters of the Universe brand,
Yes.
and there was three options that they were going for because of GI Joe. They were going to go military or barbarian or spaceman. So they picked barbarian, and that was actually the barbarian was actually they used three toys from the Big Jim line. That Big Jim line actually influenced a lot of the styling of uh, Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
But now going into it, you create your own brand. You own that property. You make. You're not going to give up that brand to somebody. Go, oh, make make toys for me for that brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not going to do it. You want to own that brand.
Yep.
So the cartoon, yes, you had the cartoon, and the cartoon was a big commercial for the toys back in the. But things have changed a lot in the years going by. Things have changed,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not the thing is what I find interesting is we all know that Barbie is the big brand for Mattel. That's number one. Then Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels and Barbie are number one.
Yeah.
Master Universe is like it's it's very strange, but it's like almost like companies are taking a big leap to put their toys into their stores. They don't feel like if it was Turtles, they would jump on it and put Turtles all over the damn store, you know? But for some reason, they look at Masters of the Universe and they go, well, we put it in our stores, it doesn't sell. All the big baby adults buy all the Masters of the Universe, leave it online because it's not selling in the store. So they remove it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put Barbie in the store, it sells out like hotcakes.
Yep.
So it's a very strange thing. How can it really, does it have the staying power? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it really does need some sort of commercialization.
Mm-hmm.
Like a movie, like cartoon, in order to stay. But I love it, and a lot of adults love it, but do kids really love it? I don't think so.
Anymore? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think kids, you hand some 10-year-old the Masters Universe, it's like, let me go get my iPad.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's not the same anymore.
Yeah.
And it's sad to say, but when I walk through like Walmart or other shops, they're
Yeah.
non-existent. They're really non-existent. And the thing that's big today with Mattel is wrestlers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their WWE wrestlers are huge, but their wrestling, they have the wrestling superstars, WWE wrestling superstars that have the Masters of the Universe buck, but they sit on the shelf.
Yeah.
They sit on the shelf. They'll put those out to sit on the shelf, and they won't put the Masters of the Universe out. The only success I've had with Masters of the Universe is normally just Target.
Yeah,
But
really?
do
Wow.
they really need, like, they're going to probably really need some sort of backup, a movie to sell these toys. I know I love them. I know other collectors love them, but they need more. It needs something else. And if they make a movie that is just going to disappoint the fans this time around, what are they going to have? If the movie is going to disappoint the fans, what are they going to have?
Nothing.
They're going to have a movie that is going to go nowhere and not produce anything. And that's what scares me about this movie that they're making.
Yeah. I hear you.
It scares me because Hollywood can screw it up.
Yeah.
You know? You know that.
Oh yeah. Easily they can screw it up.
Hollywood can, they have known for messing up a lot of franchises.
Too many to count.
So I mean,
Yeah.
what do you know? I'm just maybe I'm venting a little bit here. You know, since nothing is really released right now, and they keep pushing things back all the time. Now this will be supposedly coming in 2026, but who knows? Because they pushed it back for years.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm hoping, and I'm also hoping that we get another, uh, we get another Netflix season for the cartoon, and that's another thing. Everybody's waiting on the third season for the Netflix cartoon, and everybody's up in the air with that. They're not really doing anything. So how are the toys going to sell if there's nothing to back it up?
Hmm.
Look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hmm.
They've always got some sort of cartoon movie. They're always got toys on the shelves. It's like they're like the biggest. They're like this huge franchise.
Yeah.
Always got something. Is
Absolutely.
it going to be? Is it going to be to the point where once the '80s, nostalgia wears off, then Masters of the Universe is going to wear off and go away? I wonder.
It might. Maybe they need to mash He-Man up with all kinds of stuff like the
Well,
Turtles are mashed up with every single thing out there.
they're going to be mashing up the
Maybe they
Masters of the
need to
Universe with Thundercats now too.
mash it up with Thundercats. You know what I think would be cool, and maybe I'm the only one that thinks this, but I think it would be cool to do a He-Man Thundercats crossover movie.
That well, that could be fun. That could be fun.
I mean,
I mean, in the
I've kind of always wanted to see that,
that could
but
be fun for a future project. It definitely could be fun.
they won't do that. Which I guess is fine. I can live without it, but I think it'd be cool if they did it.
Look, they
But
tried
again, they'll mess that up. So
they tried to do the that CGI He-Man and Masters of the Universe cartoon.
yes,
It failed.
yes,
The toys failed in the stores.
yes.
It failed.
So let's see what is the release date as of now on the film? Is it's 2026? Do we have that?
2026.
Do we have that narrowed down anywhere? Okay, so June 5th, 2026. They have a summer release for it. Okay, so what we got coming before that, we have the new Superman film
Yep.
in the summer of 2025.
Yep.
I know this He-Man movie isn't the same kind of thing, but it could be, the MCU is going down. It's deteriorating. There's very few good MCU films since Endgame came out.
Yep.
Comic book film is
Fatigue.
there's fatigue. I believe there's a fatigue. There are people that argue against there being fatigue, but I am definitely one of those people who is fatigued by all these superhero films, which is something I never thought I'd ever say. I never thought I'd ever say that. When Iron Man came out, like, oh, this is cool. I never thought I'd say this. But I am one of those people. So maybe if they do this right, this He-Man could fill the gap. It could, I know it's not. There are comic books. I know it's not a comic book in the same way that the MCUs are comic books and Superman is a comic book. But maybe something like this could fill the gap, and a Thundercats movie could fill the gap. It could be something to,
It could definitely be fun to because they're actually like they're doing these. They're a lot of the Super 7 is doing a lot of these Thundercats Ultimates. So there's like a lot of interest in in Thundercats also. Um, Thundercats was one of my favorite cartoons back in the day.
Oh, me too.
But there is a lot of interest in it. I wish they would do is I wish they would bring the retro line back, but give it more articulation. Just like make it the same, modernize it for today, and give it some more articulation. Just bring it out like they do it. I'm telling you, if they do it like Mattel does it, makes like Mattel does it with the Masters of the Universe line, with you could pull all the parts off, you can pop them back on. That's the best thing that they did with that line. That you could
Yeah.
just take
Oh
the
yeah.
parts off and put them on.
Yeah.
That's incredible what they did. Well, I think that if Thundercats did that and made it the same, I think that would be a hit. It would be a hit if they did that.
I think so. I think you're right.
Well, Super 7 is, which I'm kind of tired. I'm getting a little bit tired of Super 7. I'm sorry. I don't know. People want to hit me right now. That's okay.
Super 7.
I'm getting a little tired because
Super
they're
7.
bringing now. They have they have three Thundercats out that have only 5 points of articulation, and they're charging $30 a figure. Come on, get in the
Super 7.
come on, get to the 21st
Is that what I
century.
think it is?
Huh? Did you see them?
Oh, yeah, I'm tired of most of this Super 7 stuff already, Mark. So,
I mean, did you see the Thundercats? The
maybe.
retro
I
line?
mean, I don't know. I just look at these Super 7 things, these little bitty things. And, I'm not really a toy collector. I have a few things, as we've talked about.
Yeah.
But I look at these and I say, oh, there's a little Vincent Price action figure. There's a little, what is that? Well, it looks like crap.
Well, I'm gonna show
And
you.
it's like, I'm at the Super 7 website, and here's like a chamber of chills, toxic glow zombie guys, $35 for this little piece of crap looking toy. I mean, really?
Well, look
Really?
at this. Look at these.
Those
$30,
are
man.
those
$30.
yeah, those are not what I was looking at.
No, but these $30, man. And they have
Yeah.
5 points of articulation. I'm sorry, but give me a
These are
break. It's like
these Return of the Dead Super 7 action figures. I mean, I guess if people are buying those things for $35, if they're really doing that, okay, all right, guys, all right.
I mean,
Is
you
that what
see,
we want? I mean, maybe I should just be quiet right now because I'm not a toy collector. So those are not made for me.
but you see the G.I. Joe reaction things.
Oh gosh, yes.
I mean, the charge what they're charging, man, and they expect everybody, just not to say nothing, and okay, I'm gonna, I'll buy anything they make. I'm sorry, but
why do they buy that? I mean, it's just
I'm sorry, but I don't want to buy everything.
they've got some cool looking stuff, but then you look at them and like they're not really that cool to me when you look at them up close. And I mean, they got Vincent Price action figure. Here's a Svengoolie little guy. Here's a Vampira. Okay, that's really cool, but they're like upwards, and the cost is so high. And for me, and I know we've talked about it before on your show.
Yes.
I would just rather get a Mego if I'm going to get something like that.
Well, look at the Migos. They have cloth goods.
Yeah.
They're highly articulated. They are 8-inch figures, or
Yeah.
some of them are bigger, and you feel like you're getting something. You feel like you're you're getting something, some quality. That's what you
Yeah.
feel like
Oh
when you
yeah,
buy an Amigo.
that's what I feel like.
But
And
why
like
should you
this little
buy?
Super Sevens. I mean, and these Migos are cheaper than the Super Sevens. I
Yeah,
mean, I know it depends on the figure you get, but
you're going to
what
buy a
the
three
heck,
and a
man?
quarter inch figure that has 5 points of articulation and pretty much one accessory or maybe none,
Yeah.
and I mean, you're basically paying. You're paying for the packaging. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, what's the point of that?
I mean, their licensing fees must be so high that they can't keep the prices down. Because I think that Super 7 figures shouldn't be any more than $8.
Yeah. They're, oh, man.
I mean, look, if you look at some of their ultimate figures, they're like $55 a piece. It's like,
Yeah.
and imagine a person collecting the ultimate figures. You got to get 3, 4, 5 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures. That runs into a lot of money.
Uh huh.
So they
Okay.
and
So,
you know,
just for fun, after looking up some of the Super 7 guys, I'm looking up Nosferatu's coming out pretty soon as of this recording. Looking up a Nosferatu Migo, $20.
$20 for the little for Migo, right?
Yeah, for Amigo,
And he's
Nosferatu
not
Amigo.
and he's got cloth goods.
Cloth goods, glow in the dark Migo. There's a couple of different ones. They have one that doesn't glow in the dark, and then they have one that does. So there's a Super 7 one, Nosferatu, $20, and there's a Migo, $20. I'm getting the Migo.
Yeah, you know what? I would too.
So I don't know. Maybe the Super 7 fans have shut you off already. Because
They
you didn't
probably
have
did.
you didn't have much nice to say about Super 7 either, but
Well, I just think that they probably have no choice because they license everything, and their license fees must be out of the. They must be like out off the roof. Their license fees.
yeah.
So I can understand that, but there is parts where they used to give people, even the Ultimates figures, they used to give them a sleeve to put the figure, like, to put down. If they took away the sleeve, they're taking away accessories now, a little at a time. They're taking accessories away, and they're giving you like a base figure with a few accessories now because they're trying to keep the price at $55 for these ultimates, but take out an accessory here and there, take out a couple of hands here and there. And, I'm sure that people notice this stuff, what they're doing. And
Uh-huh.
they're taking the sleeve off, the sleeve that used to go down over the box. They got rid of that sleeve. Now you don't get that sleeve. That's just another packaging material that costs them money, so they're not going to give it to you anymore.
Yeah.
They're taking away. They actually brought out these new Thundercat Deluxe figures, but what they did was they changed the whole Lion-O buck, and they charge you $35, and they give you 2 accessories, and say, "All right, here's $35, and you get 2 accessories." That figure, the other figure that they brought out was Monkeyin.
Yeah.
Monkeyin has 1 accessory, and they charge you $35, but the Monkeyin that came with it is the Monkeyin that was in the Ultimates line, which cost you $55 with extra accessories, right?
Yeah.
The Lion-O is a totally different buck,
Uh-huh.
and it's not a good quality figure. The Monkeyan is a good quality figure because it was an Ultimates. It was a premium figure.
Yeah.
But Lion-O, the one that they remade the whole buck and all that and remade it, he's not a good figure. He's loose all over the place. His paint is wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but you guys out there, I'm sorry, but that Lion-O is not a great figure. He's a lot of quality control there. Something is wrong there. It's not a $35 figure. It's not.
Yeah.
And I
Wow.
know I'll get a comment.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, you're tough on Super 7. That's not fair. I'm telling Brian Flynn.
Yeah, you better run and hide, Mark.
I'm telling you, he's going to be like after me now.
Yep.
Listen to that. Come on, Brian. Let me tell you something, Brian.
Uh-huh.
You should have gave us that Thunder. You should have gave the regular Thundercat for Ultimates in that deluxe line, not a new body, a new buck. We should have got that other one since Monkeyan came from the Ultimates line, and
Yeah.
it wasn't a new buck. We should have got Lion-O that way too. No cheaping out.
Yeah.
So I know we're getting kind of like very off topic here, but this is
Oh,
Toys
yeah,
of a Time
yeah.
Gone By.
Yep.
This is the Toys of a Time Gone By. So
Well,
what
we
do-
did
No.
get off topic organically.
I know. It's you start to get in a rant a little bit about things,
Yes.
and when it's about toys, I'm very passionate about it. About
Yes.
toys. Like we are all are passionate about movies too. So
Yep.
what I want to know, Joe, is tell us, because I'm a listener and a viewer too. Tell us where they can find you.
You can find us on YouTube, The Half Hour of Power. You can find us on Rumble. You can find us on Spotify.
Very good.
We specialize in horror, but we do review all kinds of movies, talk about all kinds of movies. But we do give priority to horror.
That's the fun stuff.
That is the fun stuff.
Well, my friends out there in YouTube land, we're about to sign off here. We really wanted to talk a lot about this Masters of the Universe. I know we got into a rant. We want to talk a lot about Masters of the Universe because I'm the what, Joe?
Go to for motu.
Oh, he gave me that name. I'm the go-to for motu. So I wish everybody a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. I don't want to leave anybody out, So I think that it's time to bid you adieu. And okay, guys.
Yes. Everybody go see Nosferatu for Christmas.
Oh, okay. Yes.
It's a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
It is
since it's
officially a Christmas movie, and since it's coming out on Christmas, it's way more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard. Yes, that's right. I'm a horror guy. I'm going to claim horror Christmas.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you so much, Joe, for
Thanks for having me.
being my co-host tonight. Appreciate it. Good journey, everyone.